research question that I will be trying to answer today is, what role does awareness have in changing consumer preference? And the fashion industry is one of the most resource-intensive sectors globally, contributing significantly to environmental degradation and unethical labor practices. Designers, brands, and consumers are all becoming increasingly aware of the impact that fashion has on our planet and society. For my presentation today, I will be drawing insights from my uncle Sajil Khanna, the founder of a sustainability brand called Talking Socks, to better understand how textile production works and how it connects to the broader supply chain. I chose him to be my mentor because not only would this help enhance the information of my topic, but it also revolves around supply chain, which is where I'd like to study in my near future. The objective of this presentation is to overall broaden the perspective of the audience and making them realize that awareness and education is truly more important when it comes to the influence on consumer behavior. One of the major changes we are seeing in sustainable fashion is the use of eco-friendly materials, such as organic cotton, mushroom leather, also known as mycelia, and hemp and bamboo fiber. Going into depth with organic cotton, as opposed to conventional cotton, it is grown without harmful pesticides, promoting healthier ecosystems and reducing water usage. For example, brands like Patagonia and Stella McCartney are leading the way by using sustainable materials such as organic cotton and recycled polyester, reducing their environmental footprint while also promoting ethical sourcing. Not only is the future of fashion about eco-friendly materials, but it's also about embracing unique and innovative technologies such as lab-grown materials like gold threads Milo made from mushroom roots, providing an alternative for traditional leather. Companies like Levi's and Adidas are exploring waterless dyes to reduce water consumption during fabric production. Levi's has developed more than 20 innovative techniques that use less of our world's precious natural resource, water. Fun fact, 3D printing is also currently being used by our designers to customize garments with minimal waste. Talking Socks is a sustainable fabric company which focuses on the production of socks with the usage of bamboo fibers. After talking to my mentor about his company, I found out that bamboo fibers have been labeled as evergreen. Therefore, they don't have any limit to its produce. It can also take in as much as 3 times more water than its weight, which also makes the fabric able to get rid of moisture faster. Bamboo fiber is a lot stronger and can become more stretchy than ordinary cotton. Here I've brought an example of one of the socks from his bamboo fiber company, and as you can see, it's definitely very soft and stretchy, unlike a normal sock. Okay, so the gap in my research is mainly making sure that people were aware of the word going around. Social media plays a huge role in influencing this concept. These are some examples of campaigns that have made a change, such as the True Cost, #WhoMadeMyClothes, Patagonia's Worn Wear Initiative, GOTS, 30 Wear campaigns, and Be Cool. The main gap in my research specifically indicates that social media is a big role in influencing others. However, it is not always reached. As of now, many celebrities and social media stars are in the works of getting the idea of sustainability not only in the fashion industry, but in general environments. Leonardo DiCaprio is a prime example of celebrities making sustainability a priority and getting it to impact the public view. One example is the foundation he set up in 1998 called the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. Currently, it runs more than 35 conservation projects, and its mission is to perfect Earth's last remaining wild places and apply sustainability solutions to encourage a healthier relationship between humankind and nature. He also has multiple documentaries on the concerns, and this consistent effort has led him to being regarded as a trusted authority on climate change and has influenced others also to take action. Rihanna's skincare line shares its earth-conscious efforts on its website. Rihanna claims that the on the site that she wanted the packaging to be beautiful but also functional with an earth-conscious approach. She also stated that her brand eliminated boxes where they could and has a refill system used to recycle materials where it is needed. Her beauty brand is also in the process of making all of its products almost vegan and cruelty-free. As a personal customer myself, I use her Fenty Beauty lip oils and concealers, and I personally think that the texture and feel is so lightweight and refreshing for my skin. And just like she had mentioned on the site, there is a refilling system for the concealer that I use, which makes me so happy because I don't have to keep buying a new bottle. Not only that, but the bottles are also glass, which makes it generally better for your skin as opposed to having a concealer in a plastic bottle. As she's known for her roles in Fantastic Four and Dark Angel, Jessica Alba has brought her love for fashion, family, and health living to greater lengths by launching her family and eco-friendly product line. The Honest Company, which is valued at over $1 billion as of 2014 and currently continues to grow. The company sells organic and ethically manufactured personal care products, from diapers to totes and now beauty products. This brings health to the everyday customer. She also continues to function as an ambassador for the charity Baby to Baby, showing that she truly is invested in family and environment. Okay. UN ambassador and actress Emma Watson is at the top of the list as one of Hollywood's top advocates of sustainable fashion. In 2015, she embraced the Green Carpet Challenge and wore sustainable fashion for all of her red carpet appearances. This influenced her to make a separate Instagram called the Press Tour, where she documents all of her sustainable styles. Among all of her outfits is the black and chiffon silk Riccardo Tissu Givenchy haute couture she wore to promote a movie which she starred in called Beauty and the Beast. She launched the Feel Good Style, a site dedicated to promoting sustainable fashion and natural beauty, and started collaborating with British trade fair brand People Tree to create collections of upcycled fabrics. In an interview during the red carpet, she stated that she made a choice last year that she would only wear sustainable fashion on the red carpet. The fashion industry is the second biggest pollutant of fresh water on the planet. It also has a huge environmental impact and such a big human impact. And it's not just enough for me anymore, and that it's a beautiful item or a beautiful piece, she states. Natalie Portman is also actively engaged in global efforts to raise environmental awareness. As an advocate for animal rights, she collaborated with Tech Kissan Boutique to introduce a vegan footwear brand. She has consistently lent her support to the Global Green USA, notably backing its National Green Schools initiative. A report documented by Professor Nielsen, Professor of Environmental Science and Policy at Northern Arizona University in 2018, shows that 63% of consumers report that they are more likely to purchase from brands that educate them about sustainability and environmental responsibility as opposed to any other. Overall, these are the visions that I've had for a sustainable future. I've overall come to the conclusion that I think that leveraging social media and influencers and encouraging conscious consumption and slow fashion is the way to go for a better and greener future. I've come to the conclusion that education and awareness definitely play an impactful role in driving changes to the fashion industry. As a consumer myself, I've become more informed about the environmental and social costs of many purchases that I think about, after knowing the information that many people would also demand and have a transparent view on.
Thank you. Okay. What was the most important source of information you found while conducting your research for your methodology? And why was it important to your research process?
I think my most important resource for my methodology was definitely my uncle Sujil Khanna, because he definitely gave me the most insight on sustainable fabrics, and he taught me more about like broader supply chain, and it's kind of relating to what I want to do in my future, because in college I'd like to pursue a major in supply chain and a minor in
additional questions emerged during your research? And based upon your recent experience, what advice would you give to other researchers who might choose to investigate those questions?
More questions that have kind of been throughout my research are kind of revolved around how many people or how much of the audience it actually gets to sustainability. So if anyone were to research my research question, I would definitely advise them to kind of look more into that and kind of look on specifically social media, maybe like on Instagram or like get on views and stuff like that, like just to see how many people are actually getting reached by this.
What was the biggest misconception or belief you had about your topic that your mentor clarified? How did they clarify it for you?
Before this topic, I was very uneducated in different types of fabrics, and I never really knew that like bamboo fiber could be so useful and its qualities of being evergreen and also everlasting. Like I really didn't know so much about it, so he kind of like cleared that up, saying that like this is a fabric that we should start using because of its sustainable like characteristics. So it kind of just like opened my eyes a little bit more into the topic. This kind of like added to conclusion.
Any other questions?
I have one more question. The information that you got from the sites, from the companies, did you fact check that at all?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I did fact check it. I used mainly resources that ended .edu.gov.org. Like I didn't really stir more towards .com because I know that they're not as credible as other resources. As we've learned actually in the seminar, yeah, that's something that I've used for all of my presentations.
Thank you.